Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. It's about a 30-minute practice, a flow practice, and we're going to get started today in downward facing dog. So come onto your mat. Let's get started. Join me for practice today. Coming onto your mat and coming into your downward facing dog. If it feels like a better fit, you can get started in child's pose. And you can add in child's pose at any point during your practice. Setting your hands and your feet. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. If you want to add in a little bit of movement here, maybe you bend one knee, the other, walk out your dog. You can move your head or your hips around. Even just feeling the movement of your breath. Awakening your energy. So as we move through this practice, we'll move our bodies, but also absolutely we're moving energy, loosening up, and hopefully lightening up. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. And take another deep breath in here. And as you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front of your mat. Take your feet to about hips width distance. Come on into your ragdoll. If you want to grab your elbows, you can grab your elbows. You might let your hands dangle or come to blocks. Feet at hips width distance. It's just a loose guideline for stability. So maybe your feet are a little closer together. Maybe they're farther apart. And you can absolutely bend your knees here a little or a lot. Ease your way into this pose, your practice, cultivating some ease that we can carry with us when we leave our mats. Take a deep breath in, and a big breath out. Once more here, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands if you're holding your elbows. You can keep your feet at hips width distance, or you can walk them closer together to touch. Set your feet so an intentional foundation, and rise to stand. Come all the way up. Reach your hands. Lift your heart. You can go back a little bit. Take a big inhale. Here comes Winston. Hands to your heart. Exhale. He's trying to decide if he wants to be part of this or not. Not right now. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. You can set an intention for your practice today. Together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. As you inhale, sweep up, reach and lift. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Knees can be lifted or lowered here. Take a big inhale. Move forward halfway down or all the way down. Low push-up chaturanga. A big breath in. Upward facing dog. Here he comes. Hey, buddy. Back to your downward facing dog. Downward dog, licking dog. Better than a barking dog. Take a deep breath in here. And a long breath out. Take another big inhale, and as you exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift up, fill up, fold forward, exhale, empty out. Halfway lift, inhale, high push up to low push up. Exhale, forward and down, elbow squeeze in, upward dog. Take a deep breath in, downward dog, breath out. Set your hands and your feet. Let your heels soften down here. Let your head drop. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Then a long breath out. Another big inhale. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up. You can step or jump back. Inhaling. Upward facing dog, exhaling, downward facing dog, or your child's pose. A long breath in, and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Another deep inhale here. Exhale lightly. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand, hands high. Heart lifts. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And empty out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Once more, deep inhale. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet, bend your knees, sit down, sit back. You can reach your hands high. You can move with your hands at your heart. Check in with your feet. Toes are soft. A little more weight in your heels. Strong through your core. Take a big inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana. Spin your back foot flat. Both feet flat on your mat. Big bend in your front knee. Connect through your back foot. Lift through your back leg. Lift up out of your hips. Take a full inhale. And a long exhale. Set your gaze here or close your eyes. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Once more, big inhale here. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward now, warrior one. Right foot spins flat, come up. And yeah, every pose you can check in, feel your connection down to the ground. You can check in, set your gaze or close your eyes. Bring your attention back. The steps work here, the pieces of your practice work here. They also work in our everyday lives, feeling our connection down, grounding ourselves, allowing ourselves to be supported, checking in with our breath, our focus, our attention, our intention. Take another deep inhale here. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Come up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Take a big breath in. And empty out. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps. Warrior one. Back foot flat. Come on up. Exhale. Hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Rise up. Exhale. Hands to your mat. Chaturanga. Low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot again. Warrior one. Come up. Exhale. Hands to your mat. High push up to low. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Reach up. Exhale. Hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Upward dog. A big breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Take a couple of breaths here. One breath at a time. Feeling your breath. Feeling your intention. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet, big bend to your knees. Bring your hands to your heart. Let your feet be even, knees even. Take a big breath in. Twist to your left, right elbow toward the outside of your left leg. Crown of the head forward, tailbone back. You can have your feet together or apart. If your feet are apart, let your knees be an equal distance apart. Maybe put your elbow or a block between your knees. As you connect down into your feet, right, a little more weight in your heels, your hips are low, your chest is high, lengthening, rinsing and twisting. Hands can stay together or they can open up. Right arm lengthens down, left arm lengthens up. Right hand doesn't necessarily have to touch the ground. Feel for extending out from your center, rinsing and extending and expanding. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Most of the time my right hand doesn't make it to the ground, but it's there today. That's a little bit of a surprise. Take a big breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart, about hips width distance. Peace fingers hook your big toes, palms face each other, halfway lift. Lengthen and fold as you exhale. And we can let our bodies surprise us in a good way. Right? When we have some space from our expectations or our anticipations, right, our bodies can surprise us. We can be pleasantly surprised as we move through our practice and our day when we are cultivating with some ease and open heart and open mind. Take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Release your toes, walk your feet closer together to touch. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, ground through your right foot, hands higher at your heart. Draw your left knee up towards your chest. From here, take your left foot across your right thigh so you have a figure 4. Left knee drops down. Big bend in the right knee. You can sit lower. Flex your left foot so the left heel presses to the right. And you can stay upright or you can start to tip forward. Lengthening. If your hands are at your heart, you might land one elbow on the knee, one elbow on the foot. You can extend through your arms if you want to get really low and start to play around with the arm balance. You can. Strong core, whatever variation you're in, and a little lift to your chest, your heart. Take a big breath in, then a long breath out. No rush, steady breath. Breathe in and breathe out. A big inhale and a big exhale. And then from here, come on up and into your tree pose. Straighten that right leg. Let your left foot land or land your left foot somewhere on your right leg. Hands at your heart or up overhead. Maybe you're working with a different hand-arm variation. From that big bend in your right knee now to a lot of length through the right leg. Still lifting your chest, letting your heart lift. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Left knee stays lifted, pointed forward. Airplane Dekasana. Start to sweep your left leg back. Maybe you touch the foot down. Take your hands back. Palms spin down towards the ground. And still feel for lifting through the right leg. Strong through your core. Take a really big breath in here. Left foot down beside the right. Front of your mat. Sweep up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior 1, come up. Open out. Warrior 2. Set your feet. Generous stance here. Lengthen through your arms and your fingers. Let your shoulders track over your hips. So checking in, feeling where you are. Making little adjustments, making big adjustments based on what you're feeling today. Right here, right now. Spin your palms to the sky and take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Still with that big bend in your right knee. Lifting through the left leg. Take a full inhale. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward again. Warrior 1, come up. Open out to your warrior 2. From here, pivot your toes towards the side. Toes turn out, heels turn in. And come on down into your malasana. So you can walk your feet in, right? Get really low. Maybe a wider malasana than usual. And you can stay higher if that works better. Maybe you sit on a block. Hands towards your heart. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. You can stay here, or if you want to set up for your crow pose, go ahead. Hands come down to your mat. I'm going to scooch back a little bit. about shoulder width, maybe a little bit closer together. I like to bring my feet pretty close to touch, behind me, even to touch. Big bend in the elbows, knees above elbows, and then you can start to shift forward into your hands. You don't have to lift your feet. Maybe you lift one foot, maybe you get both feet up off your mat. You can lift your chest a little higher, look a little bit forward. Breathe for 3, wherever you are. 2, and then nice and easy. Come on back into that malasana, your squat. Take a full breath in, then a long breath out. Bring your hands down here. Start to lift your hips. Straighten your legs. Come all the way up. 5-pointed star, which we never do. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, interlace your fingers at your low back. Pivot your toes in now and your heels out. So we're still facing the side. Lift your chest. Take a big breath in. Fold forward. Exhale. Hands come up and over. Now you might adjust your feet so that they're even. Take them a little farther apart. Let your head drop. Soften your toes. Take a full inhale here. And a big exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot around toward the back. Runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog or child's pose. Take a long breath in. And a full breath out. Another deep inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Set your feet. Let them be even, whether they're together or apart. Hands come together at your heart. A big inhale. Sit down. Lift up. Now twist to your right. Left elbow toward the outside of your right leg. So again, feet together or apart, but even. Same with your knees. Every time you come into the pose, no matter how many times you've done it before, paying attention to what is actually happening right here, right now. Instead of what you think is happening, what you think should happen, what you think can't happen. This is happening. You're right here, right now. Hands can stay together, or you can open up side crow as an option. You might drop your hips a little bit lower, come into your heels, keep your toes soft. Really pay more attention to your breath. Lengthening through your spine. Letting your heart lift as you rinse out. Take a long breath in. Then a long breath out. A big inhale. Then a big exhale. One more deep breath in here. Fold forward. Exhale. Walk your feet apart. About hips width distance. Stand on your hands for Padangusthasana. Palms up, fingers towards your heels, halfway lift. Lengthen and fold. Maybe hands all the way under your feet, maybe just fingers under toes. Maybe more of a ragdoll, maybe more of a halfway lift. Your practice, your body. And feeling what works best for you right here, right now. Take a deep inhale, then a big exhale. Take your hands up front of your feet, walk your feet closer together to touch. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, come up, set your gaze, hands higher to heart ground through your left foot. Draw your right knee up towards your chest, and then take your right foot across your left leg for that figure 4. Right knee drops down, press your right heel to the left. You can stay upright. You can start to come forward. This is a little more of a hip opener, maybe more sensation in the left leg. You might land one elbow on the knee, one elbow on the foot. Again, you can get really low. Your left heel will probably come up off your mat if you're playing around with the arm balance. Strong core. Steady breath. And yeah, as you get into it, you can get into it. Stay in it. Not rushing out, especially as sensation builds. I feel like that's so much of this practice. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out, cultivating ease as we cultivate strength, balance. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. And from here, come on up and into your tree pose. Right foot somewhere on the inside of the left leg. Hands at your heart or up overhead. So often we're in a hurry to get into the pose. When we get into the pose, we feel it. We're in a rush to get out. Letting our breath slow down. Letting our thinking mind slow down. And experiencing, right? Not just as practice, but everything that's happening in the moment. Keep your right knee lifted but pointed forward. Now airplane Dekasana. Take your time at sweeping the foot back. Hands sweep back, palms down. Shoulders roll back, chest lifts. Check in with that standing foot. Lift through your standing leg, even as you take the right leg a little higher. Take one more big inhale. Right foot down beside the left. It's okay if you lose your balance. Inhale, sweep up, fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one, come up. Open out to your warrior two. You can lose your balance. You can fall out of a pose and still maintain an internal balance, equanimity, ease and joy, the ability to laugh at yourself. That's super helpful on and off your mat. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky, left hand high. Reverse your warrior, reach up and go back. Allowing some length in the left side body, strong through your back leg. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps again. Warrior one, come up. Open out to your warrior two. And come on into your horse. Pivot your toes toward the side. Keep this wide stance, so not as low as a malasana squat. You can add in here cactus goddess, goalpost arms. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Hips a little bit lower, maybe a little side to side movement that can help you to settle in. Arms are active. It's like you're trying to press your elbows back at the same time that someone is pressing them forward. Take a full inhale. And a full exhale. If you have some room, sit a little bit lower. Check in with your toes so you're not hanging on here. Breathing. Strong, steady breath. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Sit a little lower. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now on your next inhale, that 5-pointed star again. Straighten your legs, reach your hands up, take a breath in. As you exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, pivot your toes in and your heels out. Lift your chest. And as you exhale, fold forward. Hands coming up and over for the shoulder rinse. Take your time with this. If it works better, you can drop your hands down. If you want to play around with a crow again, you can do that here. Maybe a tripod. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. One more big inhale. Exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot back around toward the front. Runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Right foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Upward dog. Take a deep breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. A deep breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise to stand. Come all the way up. Lift to reach. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Sit down. Now sit down and keep sitting down. And come on into your boat pose. Navasana. Come into your boat with bent knees. Take your hands forward. You can interlace your fingers or just let your hands come together. Knees go to the left. Hands go to the right. And then switch sides. So we'll go side to side for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center and into boat pose. You can keep the bend in the knees. You can straighten your legs. Hands behind the legs. Hands forward or hands and arms up overhead for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to a hover. Hovering here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come all the way down. Set your feet flat on your mat and come on up for bridge or wheel. One bridge, wheel, any variation, any combination. Check in with your feet. Connect down, ground down. Allow yourself to be supported as you lift up here. So this balance of supporting yourself by breathing, by being present, by taking care of yourself, but equally allowing yourself to be supported. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. A big inhale and a long exhale. And take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly come down. Come onto your back, soles of your feet together, knees to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a deep breath in. And empty out. Draw your knees to your chest. Come on into your happy baby. You can add in a little bit of movement if you like. And bring your knees back to your chest. Rock forward and back. And make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can move through your flow or just step back. Once you're in your downward dog, feet together and forward. Right leg extends up to the sky. Bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. If you want to flip your dog here, or you can let that foot pull you over. Take a breath and come on into your half pigeon on this side. Right knee forward, right foot to the left and forward, left leg long behind you. You can set up the variation on your back. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Still allowing for movement of breath and energy. Just enough attention to your thinking mind that you notice when there's unnecessary movement, when you get distracted. And then you can come back. I give a lot of the same reminders in the poses, the asanas, every time I teach. It's because I think we all need those reminders, myself included. Right? Pay attention to where your right knee is, where your right foot is, where your left foot is. Right? Pay attention to your breath. What are you paying attention to? And as you pay attention to what's happening right here, right now, you do notice when space is available. You notice if you're pushing too hard. You notice. And then you can act intentionally. Sometimes that action is moving around a little bit, right? Making an adjustment. Sometimes the action is staying and just taking a big breath in and a long breath out, not rushing out of what you're feeling. Take another deep inhale and a long exhale. And set your hands under your shoulders, back to your downward facing dog. You can add in a three-legged dog here if you like. Feet come together and forward, left leg lifts, bend the left knee, down dog hip opener. Again, the option to take it over, maybe drop your right knee and make your way into your half pigeon on this side. Right? Even this side. Right? That can be a powerful reminder. This side, this breath, not the other side. Not your last breath or your next, but just this right here, right now. Take a full inhale and a big exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Hands under your shoulders. One last downward facing dog. Again, maybe a three-legged dog, or you can stick in a flow. Take your breath, and when you're ready, just bring your knees to your mat. Sit back over your heels. Lie down on your back. And set up for your Shavasana. If you want to add in a twist, you can add in a twist. You can take your legs out or up. Put on an extra layer. Take a really big, deep breath in. And a long breath out. Allowing yourself this moment, this breath right here, right now. Take a big inhale. And a full exhale. You can bring some movement to your body. Once you're ready, you might draw your knees to your chest and take a breath. When you're ready, you can roll to one side, make your way to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. And set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Together we'll take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me for practice today, Friday Power Flow. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. You can catch me here, like, subscribe, share with your friends. You can also find me in my studio, Sanctuary Power Yoga, and on Patreon. There are links below. Glad to have you here with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment. And most important, take care of yourself, take care of each other. I'll see you soon.